Happy Tuesday. I am actually at the beach in North Carolina. So I am far away from my home of Jackson, Wyoming. And I am loving the beach and the sand and the water and sleeping great every night because the sun and the wind and everything makes you really tired. So it's awesome. I'm thankful to be sleeping great wherever I am these days. Now, today I want to talk about melatonin and specifically how to make melatonin naturally. Because I'm not a big fan of melatonin supplements, except maybe in the short term. And if you've had trouble sleeping, then you've probably taken melatonin supplements. They're super common uh, supplements sold everywhere in health food stores and grocery stores. But I want you to know that the form of melatonin you get in that pill isn't the same that your body makes. And research actually shows that melatonin in supplement form, first of all, it's not proven safe for long term use. It's also not actually proven effective for general and chronic insomnia. It can be helpful when you're dealing with jet lag or circadian rhythm disorders to reset your body clock, but that's about it. Because melatonin doesn't actually help you fall asleep, it doesn't make you fall asleep directly. And many of my clients tell me that melatonin makes them feel groggy the next day. So, I've definitely written more about melatonin in the past, but what I want to talk about today is how you can produce it naturally because it does help your body relax and prepare for sleep. And and it is something that in the tests I do, that hormone test I do, that I do measure melatonin. And gives me some information besides just whether it's high or low, but what could be going on in your body that is causing that. So if one of my clients does have low melatonin, I do usually recommend supplementing it for a few months, but while we work on helping their body produce it naturally. So let's get into those three ways. And I want you to stay tuned for the third one because that is the most important one and one that you probably haven't heard of. Now, it is definitely going to help to manage your stress during the day to produce melatonin. So if you are in that fight or flight response all day long, then that means your body is constantly releasing cortisol all day long. And it's going to have then a hard time lowering that cortisol at night when it's time to sleep. But cortisol actually suppresses melatonin, so it's going to sabotage your sleep if it's happening at night. So that's why managing your stress during the day is really key to sleeping well at night. Now, one way to reduce stress, especially if you are very busy with work and everything, and so you're constantly running around, is taking recovery breaks every hour or so throughout the day. So every 5 or 10 minutes, step away from your computer and your phone, take deep breaths, take a quick walk outside if you can, do whatever you can to kind of take a moment so that your cortisol levels will lower naturally. And if you think that's going to take too much time away from your day, you're actually going to be more productive as well if you give your brain this break and you do this. All right, so the second way to produce melatonin naturally is to avoid blue light at night. So light tells your body whether it's day or night and when you should be awake or asleep. So when the sun goes down in the evening, your body should start producing melatonin to get ready for sleep. But if you keep the lights really bright in your house, or you're in front of the computer or the TV screen, then your body's going to still think it's daytime and it's not going to start releasing melatonin. So the way to encourage melatonin production at night is to avoid that blue light that comes from screens and bright overhead lights. So you can dim the lights around your home at least an hour before bed. There are also blue light blocking light bulbs or light bulbs that don't use blue light that you can use in like certain lamps or in the rooms that you're going to hang out in before bed. And ideally, you want to avoid screens the hour before bed as well. If you can't, then I do suggest some blue light blocking glasses. My favorite kind is Swannies. It's a brand that makes really great glasses. Because I get it, I like to watch TV before bed too, most nights these days. But you definitely want to do what you can to minimize blue light before bed so that your body will start releasing melatonin on its own, which is going to then tell your body and your brain that it's time to start getting ready to sleep. Now, the third thing you can do to make melatonin naturally is to heal your gut. So, this might be surprising to you, but 90% of melatonin is made in our gut. It's actually the good bacteria in our gut that make this. And they make other things like dopamine and serotonin and GABA, so all these neurotransmitters that we associate with the brain, are actually made in your gut. So if your melatonin levels are low, then that means your gut isn't healthy. Now, healing your gut involves more than just taking probiotics, or maybe you've heard of drinking bone broth. That is very healing for the gut, but that's not enough if you have a pathogen in your gut. So if you have a parasite, if you have a bad bacteria like H. pylori that many of my clients have, those creatures are going to constantly damage your gut. So you have to address those. You have to get rid of those pathogens to allow your gut to heal. And this is the most often overlooked step when people try to heal their gut on their own, or even with different practitioners who don't know about the importance of this. So instead of taking a supplement, I recommend encouraging your body to produce melatonin on its own. And if you've tried melatonin and all the other sleep aids and nothing is working, it's not your fault. It means that there's something more going on in your body that is keeping you awake at night, is keeping you from being able to sleep normally. So if you want to set up a time to talk about what's going on with your sleep and how I can help you find the root cause so that you can fix it, improve your health, and sleep normally, then you are welcome to do that. I will see you in the group. Work. Oh, Lord.